This is Hilary from Acquafortis Astrology, and this is the astrology forecast for the week that goes from the 9th to the 15th of September 2019. We have again a busy week, filled with a lot of talking in between all the planets that are present in the house of Virgo, and they're talking in turn to Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn, Jupiter in Sagittarius, and Neptune in Pisces. Let's start with the 9th of September 2019 at 0508 UTC+2 with Mercury in Virgo in all his logical splendor, talking to Pluto in Capricorn with all his obsessiveness in throwing all that is hidden out. Visualize that moment when you are looking at a picture and all of a sudden hidden patterns start emerging. Well, that is what it might feel like. Certain things in life start having a new added dimension of meaning that they hadn't had before. An hour later, at 0613 UTC+2, on the 9th of September 2019, Mars in Virgo talks with Saturn in Capricorn. Both Saturn and Mars have no time for irrelevant things. They have a goal to reach, and they are very busy doing so. Mars receives instructions from Saturn on how to have patience and perseverance even when plans do not unfold as predicted. Last week, with Mars meeting the Sun, we have visualized what we would like to obtain in 2 years' time. Now Saturn will help us plan what we have in mind. Saturn time plan is not for the lazy or faint of heart, but it sure will get us there. On the 10th of September 2019 at 0923 UTC+2, Sun in Virgo throws away all its logic and lets itself loose in the visions of Neptune in Pisces. It is a day more suited to daydreaming than solving problems. However, this aspect will help us obtain information from places where logic can't take us. Just be aware not to get caught holding the wrong end of the stick. On the 12th of September 2019 at 1105 UTC+2, Mars in Virgo quarrels with Jupiter in Sagittarius. Mars in Virgo has quite impressive tasks to accomplish. He is very absorbed in details and in construction of new tools that will help him efficiently move through his new journey. Jupiter in Sagittarius tries to tell him that it's okay to be very pedantic, but it doesn't hurt to sprinkle a little bit of faith now and again and in knowing that all will unfold at the right time. It won't be easy. However, it is worth reminding ourselves that yes, being prepared for whatever happens is an excellent way to move through life, but it would also help if we mix it with adequate doses of faith in the universe. On the 13th of September 2019 at 1710 UTC+2, Mercury and Venus in Virgo managed to cut some time in their very busy schedule and meet for a fair trade coffee in an all-organic bar. They fervently exchange ideas of how to proceed with the new program that they have been handed down from the Sun. This is idea, Mercury, meeting who will bring together things, Venus, so that the idea can become reality. Remember that Venus in Virgo is not happy here, but Mercury is at his best. So the idea is great, however what we have at hand might be a little bit lacking. Also remember that Venus and Mercury are both under the embrace of the Sun, so we can't see what they are talking about yet, but somehow we start seeing something, a little bit of an inkling. Go with the idea. There might be several things to iron out and it's not perfect, but we will find a way to make it work. Later in the day, at 2142 UTC+2, it is time for the Sun in Virgo to talk with Pluto in Capricorn. We are back again at that moment when all of a sudden what was hidden jumps out of the picture. However, this time we will be doing it through the lens of how we look at life. What moves out of the shadows gives us an important feedback for the efficient execution of the plan we have in mind. On the 14th of September 2019 at 0632 UTC+2, we have a full moon at 21 degrees of Pisces. This full moon, quite near Neptune in Pisces, is giving us a break from the extreme emphasis on details we have been having for quite some time. This full moon is like setting the microscope aside and in turn we look through a wide-angle lens. Our feet are still attached to the earth, but we are now able to see through the ethers and watch from afar the great design we are all part of. Consciously or not, we are all contributing to our part in this grand design, with our daily choices and actions. No move is left unnoticed. No idea is snubbed. No tear is ever forgotten. For a moment we will feel connected to all that subtle energy that infiltrates and connects all the universe and its beings. Soon afterwards, at 0914 UTC plus 2, Mercury leaves his favorite house of Virgo to enter the house of Libra. Mercury immediately opens the windows, dusts off the dirt, prepares the gin and tonic and puts Venus's preferred roses in the vases. All this because just after a few hours, Venus comes back home. On the 14th of September 2019 at 1543 UTC plus 2, Venus, all flustered and knackered by her stay in Virgo, enters her house of Libra and sighs with joy. From this point on, Venus in Libra, very elegantly, becomes more powerful than Mercury. Now it is Mercury that receives instructions from Venus. Do you remember the meeting Venus and Mercury just had on the 13th of September? Well, now Venus is in a great position of influence to send the right invitations to the right people or events, so that what she has planned with Mercury can now become reality. Our relationships with others will highly improve. We are no longer looking at all those details that aren't working, but we are more in the mood to appreciate our differences and with firm, diplomatic manner learn how to work together. So let's summarize. This week is another week full of events. We are still feeling like a very confused thread in the needle, trying to make sense of all the ups and downs and all the acrobatic twists and turns. This week perhaps we start having an inkling of how and where this great design we are part of is. We aren't there yet, but we can, in those dark moments, lift our spirits and strengthen our resolve by remembering the vision when we all felt connected and just right. Should you feel any guidance of how to navigate these energies, I'm available for private consultations. Before you go, let me know what you think, thumbs up, share and subscribe to my page. Bye for now and good luck!